Myles Garrett is a former #1 overall pick. He's got 10 sacks this season, Greeny. And in the course of a matter of moments last night, he delivered an act that will define him for the rest of his NFL career. In one moment, he gave fans a memory that people will always think of him by. When we say Albert Haynesworth, we think of foot stomping. And from now on, no matter what he does for the rest of his career, people will always remember Myles Garrett as the guy that could have killed a football player on a football field by taking his helmet and swinging it like a weapon, like a jackhammer, like a sledgehammer. And that is something that he's going to have to overcome over years. And if he leads the Browns to Super Bowl titles, it won't erase this night. It will always be a part of his resume from this moment on going forward. And the NFL will tack onto it today by handing down what we imagine to be the stiffest suspension in NFL history.
Might have been, one of the worst things I've ever seen in football. I've never seen anything worse than that. It's just, you got no part for it. Look, and you're right. I appreciate you saying I coach some of the nastiest guys, most aggressive, physical players. I appreciate that because that's what the game's all about. But it's within the confinements of the rules. What this guy did, this is assault, and this is ridiculous. He could have killed that man. And to me, it's well, is he going to be suspended? Hell yeah, he's going to be suspended. He'll be suspended for the rest of the year, and hopefully this kid gets some idea. They got to take him to anger management. They got to do something, but it's ridiculous. And to me, that's how I feel about it. It just, it's just ridiculous. You want to see that type of stuff? Like, do fans want to see it? Hell no, they don't want to see it. They want to see that, they can watch MMA or whatever. But this is football, and it should be played aggressively, but everything's within the confinements of the rules. As soon as that helmet came off, everybody knows you get the heck away from it. Everybody knows that.
Rex, they have 6 games, the Browns do, left in their season. One would assume it's almost unimaginable that Myles Garrett will play in any of those, but they do continue their season. So if you're their coach now, if you're Freddie Kitchens, and you show up for meetings, whenever that is, today or the next time, what are you saying to your football team after something like that happens?
Well, I've never been in that situation, so I guess the biggest thing would be, number one, obviously, you say what an asinine move it was. That has no part in this game, and they're going to outwardly support their player, but nobody supports what he did. There's not one person in the Browns organization that supports what he did. And the problem is, I think Freddie, when they talked to him after the game, was very real about it. That, it took away from what they accomplished. They beat Pittsburgh, and they beat the heck out of Pittsburgh. 4 interceptions in the game. They were playing great, and it took a selfish act by this individual. This is the guy that I voted for MVP, defensive MVP of the league at the beginning of the year, and he did something like this. It's just unexcusable. As Baker Mayfield, I finally agree with Baker. It was unexcusable, but it's you got to move on as a team. Say, look, we got to move on now, and there's a lot of positive things he's going to draw from this game, and one of them is being physical. Like, they were physical. That's how you beat Pittsburgh. You got to be more physical than they were. And that's it. But this has nothing to do with being physical. This is being selfish, stupid, and cowardly.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.